Al Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lenders, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can do this with you on a regular basis and pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 1075 with these most important community conversations. Folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. I just want to say we got a really cool comment on Instagram regarding a device day. Miss Bermuda says, my mobilized wheelchair scooter, it provides me with a level of independence that allows me to access a world not designed for people with mobility disabilities. I absolutely love that response. So happy Device Day, folks. And devices are not just, cell phones and computers. There are so many devices that help people live lives that, they may not be able to live without. All right. And they need to get around. All right. Without further ado, let's bring in our very special guest for the day. It's another conversation with our friends at SCARS, and you all tell us you love these community conversations. Let's give a warm TDH welcome to Brenda Lee White. Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you.
You look very festive.
Yes, it's that holiday season.
Absolutely. Well, I gotta ask you, since it's the holiday season and you just did days of the year,
Mhm.
what is your favorite device?
Well, I can say my laptop and cell phone, as
Okay.
those are most used on a daily basis.
Okay. I should have never said what I said earlier. I wanted to see if someone would have said my calculator, right? Because I'm telling you, 20, 30 years ago, the calculator would have been everybody's, especially people who like me, who were not like the math kind of individuals, but yeah,
Now,
calculator.
remember now, the calculators on the laptops and on the cell phones now.
End of the day.
Hey.
But there are still some people, I'm not calling names. Yeah, they need that separate. But Brenda Lee, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone at SCARS for continuing to trust this platform to have conversations, these important community conversations with us. Audience, if you have any questions or comments throughout this conversation, you can send them through. We'll be happy to engage as many as possible. We're entering a time
Mhm.
where children are going to be out of school. They're going to have less time to do homework or schoolwork and more time to do other things. Unlike when I was young, where we would go outside and play football, many children are on their devices. What are some of the biggest online risks parents should be aware of during this season?
You're definitely hitting it right, Jamal. It is being online, whether it's your cell phone, your laptop, or any devices that children have today, whether it's the old ones or I'm sure the new ones they're getting at Christmas. Predators are there. It's a serious and very dangerous situation right now, of this risk of adults grooming children online. So we must be very, very careful. Parents, please be aware of this. Listen to them, talk to them about the things that can happen when they're online, monitoring their access, what they have as access going forward in this holiday season.
It's interesting because you mentioned predators, and I remember this was about over 10 years ago, probably more like 15. It was a long time ago, and I remember saying to my mom, I have a bunch of first cousins who are much younger than me, at least
Mhm.
some 15, 20 years. And one of them must have sent me a friend request on Facebook. I said, nope. I said, but that's your little cousin. I said, no, that's a child. Like for me, that's how I looked at it, right? I just look, no child needs to be connected with me, whether sibling or cousin, because at the end of the day, I mean, we talked football and everything, and I use certain language, but that's neither here nor there. But simply, there are conversations that I had that children should not have access to, right?
That's
And
correct.
so I took that protection just then. But it's interesting because my mother at the time was like, "But that's your cousin," and I think by the time I finished explaining to her that no, that's still a child, they're still a teenager. Like 30 years old. There's no need for them to be on my social media. Let's talk about that, like in terms of predators often use online platforms to build trust. What early warning signs parents look for in a child's behavior or online interactions? Because now they're gaming with people they don't know, right?
That is correct. So, you have to set those boundaries, like I stated. Also, think this is Christmas time. We have family gatherings, we have parties, we're traveling, we're in hotels, we're in different spaces and around different people. We don't know these people.
Mm,
So look at our children having that free time to explore.
mm,
And so they're exploring not just online, but also with people. So we must make sure, even when it comes to children of all ages, keeping the younger children away from the older children.
mm,
Because we do have peer and peer as well that are online and they're also grooming because they're older. So at the parties, know where your children are at,
mm.
checking on them periodically, keeping doors open, no headphones during this time so you can
Uh,
hear
yeah.
who they're talking to. A good thing that we always mention, that someone mentioned to us even in the class, was if the door is closed and your child is on their device talking to someone, they actually have a stranger in their bedroom,
Mm,
a stranger, because they're talking to them, they're getting information going back and forth. And so that person is now grooming your child and giving your child probably things that you're not giving them at this time.
mm,
So, parents, all our lives are busy,
mm.
but we still need to check on our children periodically and have those what we call uncomfortable conversations, but conversations that need to be had, especially about body safety.
That hit right there. That audience, that hit. If your child is closed off in a room on their phone having a conversation, that person is in that room. That's a hit right there.
Mhm.
And wow, I really hope people digest what you just said. Now, in Australia recently, they've got this social media ban. First country jurisdiction to do it, right? I believe Florida did something recently as well. But how can parents set these healthy boundaries without cutting their children off from digital spaces they enjoy, without taking them away from that older cousin they like, or what how can they discuss healthy boundaries?
Well, in order to discuss healthy boundaries, you have to have that relationship with your child. Have it where they can come to you and talk to you about anything, even the uncomfortable situations, or you have them talk to someone else that they're comfortable with. But you must be able to talk and have that relationship. And because now what you see that we're so busy in our lives, we're not sitting at the dinner table anymore having a meal together. And when you go out in public and you're in restaurants, the first thing you see is everybody on their device. We have to start using devices in their proper locations, not at the dinner table, not mom's in the kitchen, you're in the bedroom, and you're using your device to have a conversation. So, this is now going back to normalcy and having normal conversations in front of each other and using your voice, not your device.
I was told yesterday from a relative that another relative has their first crush.
Oh,
Yeah, relatives not a teen yet. And well, how did you know? And the relative said they went through her phone.
mhm.
Speak about parents having access, because there are some people who argue, well, children need their privacy. I don't believe children need any privacy personally. And again, you all may say I'm crazy or overprotective. I don't have children. I'm not. But speak about other children, the level of privacy they need as they grow older, and how parents can protect their children with this crush phase.
So, privacy. Privacy is going to the bathroom and closing the door for privacy. Privacy You cannot touch my body parts. Being able to say no for unfavorable touches. But outside of that, parents need to know what their children are doing, what they're looking at on their devices. And with that, they should play with their kids from time to time,
mm,
get knowledge of what they're doing on their devices, and blocking some spaces where it's not good for a child to see, and allowing you to explain and have them understand as to why they shouldn't visit that site, why they shouldn't be talking to people they don't know, right down to the games. Knowing your audience, knowing the do's and don'ts, explaining to your kids that if you feel uncomfortable in any way, even slightly, I'm here. Come talk to me. If you feel uncomfortable, if you have an aunt that you can talk to, tell me that. Being open and transparent. And it needs to go both ways because children today are very, very smart. They will try anything to get around us and to be able to still play that game. So you need to be aware.
Want to go to the audience. And audience, if you have any questions or comments, please send them through. Not sure if you, but Mark Arthur's asking, have any children in Bermuda been attacked on online platforms like Roblox or Fortnite? I don't even know what that is.
Well, Teo and Jamal, those are games now that kids are playing, especially Roblox and Fortnite. They're very, very popular. All the kids have them. All the kids want them. I mean, you got Roblox 1000, Roblox 5000. Their games, I do not know personally if Bermudians have been affected by this. I can say that even adults play these games.
Mm,
And so, hence, your child can be on playing these games with adults.
mm,
And this is why I recommend if you see them playing the game, don't say, don't want to know in your head. Go and learn the game. So you also know what to look out for when they're playing the game. Because something could be off. And if you're just walking across the bedroom saying, oh, yeah, he's just playing Roblox, he's just playing Fortnite, and you
mm,
keep moving, it could be the child saying, oh, yeah, my mom just walked across.
mm.
Out of sight, out of mind. And if that's a predator, he will start saying things because they're on the games too, especially them knowing that these are the games that are most popular.
When I was young, I actually played like FIFA and the NBA games a lot. But back then, to play against someone, they had to be present with you, right? So obviously, parents had more control, like what
Yes.
space you were going to be in. I just Googled Roblox, so I have an idea now. Online game platform and game creation system developed by Roblox Corporation. Da, 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 da. I'll read about it later. But I honestly, I heard of the Fortnite one. I think I've
Mhm.
heard of that one. But in saying that, again, people who are parents my age, they just remember, well, no, games is just they're just games. Like we used to have people over our house and they would play and have fun in the room. I don't think people necessarily, even though you said what you said, understand the threat because for them they may think it's safer because the person's on the other end of a computer line, right? Why is it not safer?
It's not safer because of the communication they're having.
Hmm.
So it's the grooming aspect of it. That adult is grooming your child to say, to do, to meet, to give financial gains to tell you things that a child wants to hear,
Mm,
to have that separation between parents and me, the predator. So that's the sad part of it all is that that person is grooming the child to want things and do things that benefits the predator and goes against parental advice. And this is where I say, parents, you need to have the relationship where children feel safe. They feel I can go to mommy and daddy and talk. And if they feel unsafe, they have a code word. Even mommy walking across the door, and the child may say, "Mommy, I need my meds." The
Mhm.
predator doesn't know he's on meds, but mom knows my child is not on medication, but immediately I need to react because that's my safe word, medicine. Have the safe words.
That's important. Safe words. For families who want more support this holiday season, does
Mhm.
SCARS have any resources or trainings that you help adults become stronger protectors?
So, what I can say, always visit the SCARS website, www.scarsbermuda.com. Go to resources and go to resources for parents. We have a lot of information there that will help you. And I also say visit Darkness to Light, our partner and collaborator through this that have trained us as facilitators to train adults in advocacy, awareness of child sexual abuse. So you can visit those two websites for Darkness to Light. You'll go to www.d2 the number 2 al.org/resources dash for dash adults dash families backslash.
Thank you so much for this. Audience, I really hope if you have young people, people you know who have young people, you've gotten a conversation this morning. I mean, I've been educated. I didn't even know. Thank you, Mark Arthur, for that question about those specific games. Um, like I said, I had a conversation with a relative yesterday, and my immediate instincts kicked in as a protector, like, oh no, she doesn't have a crush, whatever. And it's like, wow, these days come where you have to let children be free and enjoy life, but how free should a child be? How far does that go? So I am grateful for the work that you and Scars are doing. And Dorian says, Brenda Lee in this new role. I'm extremely proud of you. Keep up the good work. Um,
Well, thank you.
and Suzanne Ingham said, very well stated, Ms. White. Very well stated. You left us with
Again.
quite a few things to ponder today. And I really do hope that throughout this holiday season, folks don't just remember what you said today, but throughout the year, all of the conversations we've had with Scars, um, everything they've said, they've given us something to think about and act on. And as Rashida Godwin says, thank you for the work that you do and bringing awareness to this. It is so important.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, I thought I was relaxed, and I noticed myself the immediate change in me when I was told what I was told yesterday. It was like, oh, like it's something happened in me, and I was never that person with my sisters, right? So it was a change. So thank you, Miss Brenda Lee, and please do have yourself a wonderful holiday season. We look forward to more community conversations with yourself and your team in 2026.
Thank you so much, Jamal, and thank you for those listeners that was listening. I would just say be mindful, Merry Christmas, and be safe during this holiday season. Keep our children safe and let them talk. Let them be open and you be open with them.
Have a wonderful day. Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Brenda Lee White from Scars. Folks, if you appreciated that conversation and you believe more people need to hear what she said this morning, whatever platform you're on, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, X, or Instagram, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like, help us beat the algorithm with such important information. We'll take our final break here. After this break, we'll give you a daily play. I'll wrap it up and let you go and enjoy the rest of your day.